Hello, welcome back to a few more games on Arena. Scogo against Feanor against Timotheus. Should be interesting to see, I picked civilizations civilization matchups that can be interesting if played correctly, I guess. At least we have two infantry civilizations here, and I hope for a good game. We have Incas against Goths, and usually Incas is way better on Arena, but in this matchup, I'm not so sure about it, because Goth is a strong infantry civilization, and they got the hand cannoneers and bombard cannons, of course, which can be quite good against Incas, in my opinion. Let's find out how the players are going to do here. We have a 2k2 almost for Feanor rating against 2k50 for Scogo, pretty much. I don't think their skill difference is so different. Feanor should be a little bit better, of course, but then again, we might see interesting games here. We have for Feanor main gold, second gold, third gold, safe in the bag. 4 deer safe in the bag to lure in towards the TC, but the main stone forward and the second stone outside on the other side. Feanor is got here, so he might get trashed, and once the walls are down, you can really re-wall. 2 boars inside. The map for Scogo, except for the stone, is really, really good here. Let's go for... sorry, for Feanor. Let's go for Scogo. I hope I got that right now. We have Scogo with the main gold. Rather safe in the back here, second stone safe in the back. And then we have 2 sheep that he yet has to find. We have, what else? Main stone on the left hand side, quite far forward. Guess that was a boar outside. We have the second gold outside, no, third gold outside actually. And the second gold closer to the walls, but also outside. 4 deer outside, which he should lure in probably, and the second boar coming in. The mill on the berries, not sure, maybe he should have gone one more tile to the bottom left, but it's not a big problem. So the map for Scogo not as good as for Feanor. We might see a trash here actually, one really close to space, another really quite close as well. This area might be important later on if it goes to late imp. Also an extra gold here on the right hand side and one in the neutral zone on the left. Another relic here. Any other 2 relics I think closer to Feanor space, one on the left, one on the right hand side. So let's find out what the player's going to do here. Feanor is not going for trash, would make sense. He has a lot of glitches on the boar actually. Still, that shouldn't be a trash build order. Ooh, that was not a good deer lure. Those glitches are quickly going to chop some wood before actually taking the deer. Yes, there we go. And we have Scogo not going for trash either. 23 population, more villages coming in. I really like to see the non-trash games here, especially with Incas. We might see trash in competitive game in arena tournament games maybe, but in the random 1v1 you don't really need them, at least usually you don't. So we have Field Age coming in for Scogo, 938, he's with 27 population, going for deer, and 2 villages on gold, which makes sense, 5 plus 4 on wood, 5 villages on berries, 1 farm up. Feanor going with a little bit more, which makes sense for him. He usually is going for archers or scouts in Feudal Age, and then Castle Age, crossbowmen, and light cav. So we have a barracks coming up for him. 3 villages on gold and the main gold, which is in the back as we've seen before. 4 plus 4 villages on wood, 4 farms up and running. And we're gonna see, I guess, a stable here. I don't think we're gonna see archer range. Still, it might be possible. Let's get 3 villages on gold already. And archer range it is. I expected to see a stable, to be honest. But okay, it's not a big problem, of course. Feanor knows better what to do here than I do. Blacksmith also coming up. Feanor now clicking up the castle age. Scogo already on the way. Doing a barracks, but market blacksmith, of course. And re-walling just in case. Piece of stone wall coming up. He should take then a little bit of stone to get 2 TCs up and running. Oh wait, no, he doesn't need to. He's doing it, but he doesn't need. He is Incas and he can go for 2 TCs and only needs the 170 stone. He fell for that as well. Look at this, 206 stone. He didn't really need to do that. Now we have the monastery coming up, and I think 1 extra TC maybe on the main gold, maybe on that stone here, somewhere in the back. 3 Eagle Scouts against a few archers. The Eagles should be better in low numbers. When there's more archers, it might turn around a little bit. Monk coming up and a TC on the main gold in the woodline. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. We have a few archers, 6 actually in total for Feanor. He was housed on 40 population, creating more archers, and then probably wants to go for a few relics as well. But he might have a difficult time getting them in because there's at least 4 eagles. It's only the ones I can see, plus 2 here. Let's go a little bit slower, maybe to like 81 should be fine. And there's the first monk on the way. Crossbowman coming up for Feanor, and wheelbarrow being done already. 1 TC up on the woodline in the main gold. Maybe one more tile to the wood line would be better, but not a big problem again. And we have 8 crossbowmen now guarding that monk to get the first relic in. The scout actually getting chased by 2 eagle scouts, but it's not a big problem. So for now, Scogo is going on the right hand side, taking a few relics, and Feanor is trying to get them from the left. Looks like Scogo got 2 of them already, and can he get one more? Wait, where's the last relic? I don't see it. I should be able to see it, but looks like we have 2 in the bank. That's one for... oh no, there's the last one. So I think Feanor should be able to get that. We have a big fight in the middle coming up, and the scouts have to go back. No defensive upgrades, no Eagle Warrior upgrade, and I guess that was a Siege Workshop, but it's not going up here. We have still 2 TCs only for Feanor, which is surprising to me. I think he should go for number 3 now. And he will probably do that. Instead, a few farms coming up first. And on the other side, we have Scogo going with the Siege Workshop now at home. A second barracks. And with the 2 relics, he should bring the 3rd in. Wait, where's the 3rd relic? I thought he should have been able to get that, but I don't see the monk. Where's the monk with the 3rd relic? Maybe he got taken down, and is Feanor actually getting 3 relics now in total? He's got 1 in the bank. I really lost a little bit here. Looks like the monk was trying to get there. No, that's the 2nd relic for Feanor, and Scogo 2, Feanor 2. I'm missing a relic here. I don't see where it is. Oh, there is the monk. There we go. And Scogo doesn't want to go in, doesn't want to break the walls. He knows that Feanor is around, and Feanor doesn't see the monk, obviously, but he is occupying the middle, so Scogo might wait for some time before he's actually going in here. We have a few Eagle Scouts now, 10, 12 in total. Mangonel, Scorpion, and I think Eagle Warrior might be a good idea. Siege Workshop coming up forward for Feanor now, makes sense. Let's see if he's getting it up. And Scogo has enough stone for a castle with the Incas here. So he could actually go with the counter castle immediately. 2 monks won't really do a lot. That militia probably was a misclick. No, actually, men-at-arms coming in. Interesting. Feanor is saying, okay, let's go for the castle age fight. I can go standard infantry. Scogo 757 stone in the bank, but not going for a castle, which is surprising for me. I thought he would go for that castle now. And Feanor is close to clicking up to Imperial Age. He's 9 villages behind, but he's got a decent amount of army. Those Eagle Scouts are not Eagle Warriors, only +1 defense, and those crossbowmen getting microed now. I think they should be able to take down most of those Eagle Scouts, +2 though done, and that's an important factor here because that means only 3 damage per arrow, and that also means you need like 17 shots on 1 Eagle Scout. Now, men-at-arms coming in. I don't think Feanor will go for any more crossbowmen here. Imperial Age on the way, and we're gonna see the standard infantry here for the Goths, which makes a lot of sense. Thing is, Feanor wasn't on stone. He's only going to the main stone now. And I think that's a little bit late. He needs a castle in early Imperial Age usually, or at least in mid-Imperial Age, and he will be a little bit slow there. No swordsman scale mill armor coming in, and that Siege Workshop might get finished soon. But it's not sending a villager yet. The villager is primarily going for barracks now, and we have Scogo on the way to Imp with the castle guarding the 2nd goal. That monk could go in now. I think Scogo just forgot about it. He is on that 2nd stone of the TC. That's 1, 2, 3 TCs. Yeah, makes sense. Not so many villagers on wood, a lot of food in the bank. And with the castle up, I think Scogo should be fine at this point. But Feanor has played wonderfully, and the 2nd castle actually coming up on the left-hand side as well. The thing is, there's a lot of military units already in the field. That's why Feanor doesn't have a lot of resources. Doing chemistry now, but he cannot go for the 200 swordsmen immediately. Instead, he's got a lot of those longswordsmen and a few crossbowmen behind that. The Siege Workshop finally got up, but no, nothing coming in. I think Bombard Cannon is the choice for Feanor here. I've said it at the start of the game. Hand Cannons and Bombard Cannons, and Cannoneers Bombard Cannons is an option here. Of course, the Bombard Cannons can substitute the Trebuchets, more or less. Heavy Scorpion on the way for Scogo. And a very, very interesting upgrade. It makes a lot of sense against infantry. But then there again, there will be Bombard Cannons, and we might see very interesting fights here. Now, Scogo is taking his 2nd goal. He's not far behind in score, but he's so far behind in military units. Look at this, just amazing. What is he going to do? He needs maybe Kamayuks even. That would be awesome. I want to see Kamayuks here, to be honest, but it's a trebuchet first. Feanor done the 200 swordsman, going for a champion upgrade. He's got 90 villagers, but a pretty healthy economy in my opinion. A lot of farms up and running. Looks good for him. 2 relics, which is going to give him a little bit of gold boost as well. And there's the first bombard cannon hitting that castle from Scogo. Scogo has the trebuchet, but he needs to attack the bombard cannon. I think that's in range, definitely in range. But he's not starting, he's not going to defend this. Scogo needs to start attacking, and Can see here Feanor does not know about the trebuchet, so he won't micro the bombard cannon. But Scogo, that's a little bit disappointing. Come on, you have the trebuchet, go for it. What are you waiting for? Don't read it now. Finally, and that's, yeah, Feanor realizing, okay, I'm getting attacked. The bombard cannon is not going down. There is a decent amount of heavy scorpions already in those siege workshops, but nothing else, and you need some support units. There's 2 Kamayuks, but it's not going to be enough. And I think maybe even a few eagles might have been good, eagle warriors to snipe those bombard cannons. Now we have a lot of champions, a decent amount of ranged units here with hand cannoneers and crossbowmen in the mix, and you can see the heavy scorpions are going to do a lot of damage here, but the bombard cannons are very dangerous. A few of those heavy scorpions going down really fast, and we might see intense micro battles here as well. Look at this, the bombard cannons sniping heavy scorpions. Feanor is microing his army, going for archer ranges now, going for more crossbowmen even. Doesn't have the arbalest upgrade, but it's still crossbows for him, which is really surprising to me. I thought hand cannoneers champions might be enough. And you don't get arbalest, so why crossbowmen? But okay, let's see how he's doing. 82 military units means a huge advantage at this point. And there's the Kamayuks against the champions, but the champions are cheap and there's a lot of them. So I think Feanor will be fine for now. And he's still using the bombard cannons to snipe a lot of those heavy scorpions. Nice usage of the mangonel. Now the heavy scorpions are in attacking distance and those champions are taking a lot of damage, but the Kamayuks are going down so fast. And that's a problem here for Scogo. He doesn't have the military units that he needs. He needs to go back now, but those champions are getting close to the heavy scorpions, and we might see a pretty decent battle here for Feanor, and a lot of problems coming up for Scogo. He's getting attacked on the right hand side of the castle, and he's actually calling the GG. He knows he was too slow getting military units out. He had a decent amount of resources, but going heavy scorpions only is not what you need to do here. Feanor was able to keep Scogo at distance in Castle Age, using a lot of those crossbowmen, switching into longswordsmen, and then going up to Imperial Age in a reasonable time. That's what the Irish brothers are doing really good, delaying their imp, but getting a lot of army up. And you could see 82 military units, maybe it was more. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.